Some of our garden beds are coming to an end. We've had temperatures here in central North Carolina down in the 40s and 50s, and some of these garden beds need to be cleaned out so that we can start prepping for our winter garden. So let me get behind the camera so I can show you what's going on with these beds. This bed basically had peppers in it. We pulled the rest of the peppers. We're going to clear out that bed today. This has giant Marconis in there. They're still looking pretty good, so we're not going to pull those yet. And we've already started clearing out some of the other raised beds here and here. These banana peppers are done. We're going to pull those guys out. We're going to keep these lunchbox peppers. They still seem to be doing pretty good. So that will stay. And then over in this section here, we're going to go ahead and pull out the jalapenos and the banana peppers. There's nothing really left on the banana peppers, but there are a ton of these jalapenos that I do need to harvest. We'll get rid of the lemon balm, and there's nothing left back here. So this whole section here, we're going to go ahead and transition it. We currently have wooden raised beds, but we got a couple more of those Vego raised beds, and we're going to put them in this section here. So time to get cleaning up in the garden. Now this jalapeno plant is actually doing very well and really doesn't need to be cut down yet, but we need to start using this space. As you can see, there is so many jalapenos on here, and we are on jalapeno overload. So what we have learned is we definitely don't need 15 plants of jalapenos for next year. Then walking down to this section, we pulled our last cucumber this morning, so these cucumbers are going to go. And then we're going to eventually get into these yet. This will probably be a future video, but these are all of our sweet potatoes. All these sweet potatoes are going to have to be harvested. Just probably won't be doing that today. You want pepper? So here's what we went ahead and picked today. And these in the bucket were picked a while ago, and they've just been ripening on the counter. And here are the plants that we started on September 8th. This is Paris Island Cos, which is romaine lettuce. Behind that is actually bok choy. Kind of tough to see because it's growing. Nothing here. In the back there is Simpson, black-seeded Simpson lettuce. A little bit of spicy basil. Some cilantro in the back, some sweet basil. Oh, it's getting kind of tough to see some of this. In the back is parsley. Then let's see, in the front here, this is just turnips. Then in the back is some beets, more beets, and then back here is some golden beets. So we'll be transitioning those back out into the garden soon. And then in this tray here, the first row is some lettuce called Butter Crunch. The second row is red lettuce. Third row is mustard greens. There's actually not a lot of the mustard greens in here. There's a little bit, but not a lot. Then we have some collards, some curly kale, some dino kale or dinosaur kale, a little bit of Russian kale, but the Russian kale did not seed very well. A little bit of celeriac, Brussels sprouts. No, I did that wrong. This is cabbage, then Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and purple broccoli. So what I'll be doing soon enough is hardening these off, putting them outside for a couple hours during the day so that I can plant them into the garden beds. So while I'm here, I'll give you an update on our onion seeds. All of these onion seeds were started on September 18th. These are Texas granos in this tray. This tray is shown in red. Then down here I have a whole bunch of dill, and then this is more Texas grano shown in red, and Amaya yellow. We probably won't put these onions out into the garden until probably about mid-November, give or take, depending on the weather. So there we go, guys. The banana peppers and the jalapenos have been pulled out. We'll save the lemon balm for later. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and cut some of that and maybe freeze dry it. Then back over here with these beds, we did decide to keep the banana peppers here because there was still some fruit on there. But we did clean out this bed here, looking really good. We already talked about these beds that have been cleaned out. And way over here, Keith has gone ahead and cleaned out the cucumbers. So everything is starting to clean up really well. If you guys notice, these little buckets are all over the place in our yard. The reason for these buckets are we're trying to redesign and figure out where we're going to place some of our trees. So there's a bunch of trees that are going to be picked up, moved around in these different places. So stay tuned if you want to see what it's going to look like with a whole bunch of trees. So thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next video.